Yo, what's up? Happy Holla friggin' Ween. I'm going to put this bushing in this 2245. What I understand is the bushing makes it easier for the magazine to come out. As you see how it gets stuck and you have to kind of pull it out, and when you put it in you have to really whack it in there. And the bushing, which is right here, is sent to me from a good buddy named Matt. I just want to show him I got the bushing, and it looks like it's one of the best ones you can get. Speaking of the name Matt, I was just talking to Matt from Rise Arms, and we both agreed we're going to go out as fat fucks for Halloween. And I guarantee you I will win first prize, I'm sure. Thank you, Matt. Now back to this, Matt. Matt, thank you for this bushing to put into this Ruger 1022. The Ruger 1022 is pretty sweet. Has a 1911 ergonomic to it, which I love. And we're going to take it apart. And I haven't, this is a gun you have to take apart a lot to get pretty good at it and fast at it. And I don't worry about it. If I get it apart, I'll eventually get it back together. I don't remember the steps, so I'm just gonna. I know the first step, you got to pull the trigger, and then what the frig else? I think you take the mag out, then you pull the mainspring out through the back. It's like a penknife. Just pull it out like that, and push that back down, and it'll stab the shit out of you. And then you try to pull this out. This is the hardest part, but starting to break in. Don't be afraid. Just rip the fucking gun apart. Who gives a shit? You'll get it back together. Just YouTube it. Watch my stupid video. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is pull the bolt out. This is the bolt. Okay, and I think one of the reasons why these guns are so reliable and they're one of the best 22s is because the 22 don't have much weight to push back when it's operating, because a 22 doesn't have a lot of gas power. All it has to push back is this little bolt with the little spring, and I think that's one of the reasons why they run good. Well, they run shitty ammo too, just as good as CCI mags. That's what's unusual about these. So there's your bolt. Here's your recoil spring and all captured in the bolt. Now, supposedly, you should be able to just push this off this way, but I can't because the gun's still, I guess, too new. So you just gotta rubber mallet and just give it a little wacko, like that, something like that. Am I doing that right? Yeah, it has to go in that direction. See how tight mine is? It's tight, tighter than a baby ant's asshole. Alright, there's your barrel. My friends are cops. I met a lot of them at double action, and I feel weird like putting stuff on top of the badge or the patch, like the American flag. Like it's rude, but if I do, excuse me. I don't know if that's rude or not. Okay. Now, the next thing you have to do, supposedly, with this, we got to take a bunch of shit out of here. And I don't even know what it's called. But I definitely know I'm going to have to take this grip off. So let's get that grip off. Alright, the grips are off. And I'm going to push this pin out here. And I was looking at it, and as I push, and it's being stopped by something. It looks like there's a little piece of wire or spring in there. So it looks like I'm going to have to lift that up. Mind frame? Of course not. Down, camera. Down. Down, boy. There you go. So I guess what I'm going to do is just hold that out of the way. I push this pin out. Let's do it so you can see. Yeah, it's like just a spring, and it's resting in the pin. There you go. Okay, and I'm going to push this pin. See, it's coming out there. Look at the direction of the gun. See how I'm holding it? When you watch YouTube videos, watch the video, hold the gun in the same direction, whoever you're watching, so you know you're pushing things out the right way and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm pushing this pin out. I don't think you have to take it out all the way. I take it out just till it's almost out of there. Okay? One step at a time. These tedious little jobs, I like to do the videos slow, let you see what's going on in there, one step at a time. Okay, I'm gonna probably, I might as well just take the pin all the way out. Of course it's hanging out anyway, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to lift this whole unit out of here. I'll make sure I know what's going on after I lift that bad boy out. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, and that has to be up. Got it. Okay. Now that comes up like that. There goes your friggin' thumb safety. Which I have to make sure I remember how that goes back in. Okay, see that? That's pretty easy, and you gotta make sure your sear, which is in here, is back facing upwards like that. See that? You gotta make sure that's facing up. Okay, and here's your little wiggly diggly tail, you know what that's for. Okay, so let's see what's going on. This is what this is coming off here. Okay, here's the parts that are coming back off. It's going to be this part and this piece of wire. That's what's coming off of there, them two pieces. Okay, and then probably, of course, the bushing. So it would be 3 pieces. So we're taking these 3 pieces off. Okay, the wire, the bushing, and probably, I guess that's the magazine safety or whatever the hell that is. Okay, that's that step. Alright, this hammer here, as you can see, has 2 sides. There's a milled side and then there's a flush side. The milled side, that's where the bushing goes. So we'll do, oh man, where the fuck's my oil? Oh. Put a drop of oil on the bushing because it's might be a tight fit. Okay, that's good. Like this. See that? And then here's your bushing. The bushing goes in like this. Damn, that's tight. Tight. I have to tap that with the old mallet. Oh, it's supposed to be that tight. Alright, here's what you gotta do. Here, this part's a pain in the ass. That little spring that sits on this groove, you have to get that out of the way. You have to put the thumb safety in at the same time, and it has to be level. All at the same time, but then you just push the pin in just enough that it holds everything, but it doesn't go in too far, or you won't be able to fit this friggin' thing in there. Here's the thing with the friggin' bushing. This is the way, yeah, this is the way it goes in. The hammer goes in. You have to lock the big bushing in that big hole as you push down, and then you're gonna have to line all the holes up and push the pin through. Good luck, buddy. So we're gonna try that now. Okay. Gotta get it just right. Because they made it just right. I got it started. Okay. Okay, that's not right. Yes, it is right. Here, got it right. I'm just doing this off the cuff, guys. Now I'm going to make sure my pin is flush to the front. Sorry about that, I lost power. I got this shitty little battery on my camera and I just forgot how long it don't last long at all. I shot the HKP30 today. It shot great, but I hated the video, so I'm doing it over again. It was bad. Too many people were there. I'm going to try to go tomorrow and do it again. I pushed the pin in. Now when you push the pin in, the groove of the pin has to stay on this side of the gun, not that side of the gun, because as you push it in, the pin will go click into the groove. But it's the trickiest thing to this is when you're putting the thumb safety in, you have to hold that in, you have to hold everything in at once at the same time. Now I know there's easier ways to do this because this is the first time I ever did this, but this is the only way that I know, okay? So, looks like everything's working. Thumb safety's working. The new bushing's in there, the pin's locked in there. And now what we're going to do is put the gun together and pray that everything's okay. Before I do that, I just want to show you a trick. I have a problem right now with this bushing. Is it this one? Let's see, which one's the loose one? One bushing keeps coming out. Now it's not going to come out. Let's make a light. Here it is. See this loose ass bushing right here? See how loose it is? See if the other ones are like that. No, they're not, because these are let me see it before I say that. No, that would have been a wrong statement. Okay, see how loose this bushing is? I need to take that bushing out and put some friggin' Loctite on that sucker, because what happens if you have a loose bushing and sometimes when you take the screw out, the bushing comes out with it, and then it's sandwiched onto the grip and you can't get it to frig off unless you use vice grips. Then you will scratch and mar up your mother humping bushing. Then you will be friggin' pissed, and you'll be calling Ruger, and you'll be sitting like a doggy at the window waiting for the UPS man to drop something off this big. So to prevent that from happening, because it happens, especially to me, I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on there, on that bushing thread. What the hell are you doing, dude? On the bushing thread. Damn, this video is long. Bushing thread, dude. The bushing thread. That would be this thread. This way, hopefully, if I ever have to take the grips off, the bushing will hold back, but stay in the friggin' gun. Man, this thread lock sucks. You know how much this was? This fucking piece of shit. $13 for this, man. It's all plugged up. Alright. So let's put a micro screwdriver and unplug it. Jesus God, really? I'm telling you, boy. My nerves are shot. And thread lock is sweet. How do I know? Because every time I use it and I bite my nails, my nails taste like sugar. Ain't that gay? Oh man. I don't have a bad habit of biting my nails, but I don't like long nails because I think it looks gay as shit. You won't catch me with long nails. Fuck no. So we'll screw that in. And since I don't have a bushing tool, I'm going to try to make my own right here. Try to make that real tight. It's the best I can do. Alright, let's get the gun back together. Okay, the first thing we could do, I guess we could make sure this is working too. Let's put the grips back on. Wrong one. These are nice. These are the Warrior grips. They're beautiful, ain't they? Got them off friggin' eBay, really cheap. And they're not the cheap plastic ones. Not by a long shot. There's some kind of material. It's not G10. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, I love it. Where the hell's that friggin' bit? Okay, we got that on there. We got the hammers flat, or that's that. Next thing you put on is the barrel. And this really ain't a video for this, but I'm gonna make sure that little dingleberry is supposed to be where it is. Yep. You have a block here, and what else? There's a block here, and that locks in here, and then something locks in somewhere else. I know my shit, don't I? Something locks in back here, but whatever. I'll just push that as hard as I can without slipping off it like I just did. Okay, now I'll tap it. Man, this fucking thing, boy. Look at this. How the hell did I do that? It's not even a deep. Wow. Okay, that's pretty deep. Fucking asshole. Okay, just tap the front. You want it hanging off the back as much as it can. Then you know you're all the way on. I don't know why mine has to take so much brute force to get it there, but that's what it takes. It's ridiculous. Alright. Alright. I gotta get a band-aid. I don't believe that just happened. Wow, that is nuts. I guess I cut it on this edge here. Okay, that's hanging off there. Gotta make sure my holes are lining up. I'm gonna put in my bolt. I think this is next up. Yeah, it should go in here. Yep. There it goes. Bolts in. And let me get a band-aid. Hold on. Sorry, I had to go get some first aid. Okay. Okay. Looks like we got our bolt in there. That's good. And like I said, this gun, you really got to make sure the barrel is whacked hard for that thing to stick. If this doesn't stick out over the frame just right, you will never, ever, ever get this little thing. It looks like a penis. It will never go in there. You'll be fighting your brains out. So for some reason, my gun, it looks like it has to come over more to me, but I don't know. I guess the holes are lining up. So what I'm going to do is put this, like I already did, put this back in again. Okay, and now, what I'm going to do now, let me make sure that hammer's down in there. Looks like it is. Yeah, that's right. Okay, put this bad boy in there. Wrong way. Alright, let's put the bolt back in, like that. Now what we're going to do is put in this pain in the ass. This is the biggest pain in the ass, putting this back in. That's the hardest part. So, put this back in. That went way too easy. Okay. Sorry, I had a problem. Like I always have problems. To push this back in, I forget how to do this, okay? Now you swing this in like this, pull this out, and then what you want to do is feel spring tension. See how you see this? You see how that spring tension? Now if there was no tension on there, I knew it wouldn't be right. What causes that tension is the little tail that hangs down goes into a cup inside here. It's very simple. It'll aggravate you, but it's simple. Alright, so I know as I have tension here, I know it's good to go. Okay? Now, there's no magazine in the gun. Now, if I did it right, it should fire. See? Now, before, it wouldn't fire. See if the safety works. Okay, safety works. Take the safety off. No magazines in the gun. Okay, see I got a round in there. And it fires. Damn, the trigger feels even lighter. Now what this is supposed to do is make the trigger feel better, I heard. It does feel a little better. When you put this mag in, now it goes in and locks in, you don't have to bang it in, and then when you take it out, the mag just comes flying out now. See that? Watch. That's awesome. Okay, let's make sure it locks back on an empty mag, which it does. Take the mag out. Let's make sure all the controls work, okay? Everything, because I just gutted this thing, right? Pretty much. It should shoot now. Okay, it does. Let's get some snap caps and make sure they eject. I'm a wounded asswipe. Okay. Okay. Now, let's put the mag in, make sure it cycles, make sure the extractor's working and everything. Okay, chambers. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now you notice the first pull, the fake bullet came out very, very slow because I pulled it slow. Remember, when a gun's working, this thing operates so friggin' fast. That's why they eject out so far. So that is a video on putting in, getting rid of the magazine disconnect, putting in that replacement bushing. I want to thank Matt for sending me that bushing. Here's the parts we took out. And sorry the video was rough. It's the first time I ever did it. But if you slow it down and go step by step, you will be able to accomplish that. Now we need to take it to double action and shoot the piss out of it, make sure it's alright. Alright guys, take it easy.